Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to practice some questions from kinematics chapter of class 11 physics. So I have picked up two questions from H.C. Verma, a very popular book, also a good book, you can use it. Questions will be exclusively for JEE Mains, Advanced and NEET. So let's start. The first question is from H.C. Verma Objective Type 2 and question number 6. So what is the question? In the question it is said the velocity of a particle is 0 at t equal to 0. So v equal to 0 at t equal to 0. It is given. And there are four options. First option is acceleration at t equal to 0 must be 0. B. Acceleration at t equal to 0 may be 0. What is the third point? Third point is if the acceleration is 0 from t equal to 0 to t equal to 10 seconds, the speed is also 0 in this interval. And the fourth option is if the speed is 0 from t equal to 0 to t equal to 10 seconds, the acceleration is also 0 in this interval. So let's analyze the question. In fact, for this is a multiple correct question. So it will have more than one correct answers. So let us analyze the options one by one. Let us see the first option. Acceleration at t equal to 0 must be 0, it is said. Given that velocity of a particle is 0 at t equal to 0. Is it sure and certain that acceleration will be 0 only? It is not. For example, you can take a situation. When a ball goes up, you throw a ball. At the highest point, its velocity becomes 0. But even though velocity is 0, it will still have a acceleration, that is acceleration equal to gravity 9.8 meter per second square. And if at this moment we take our reference time, then it will be t equal to 0. So in this case, you see at t equal to 0, velocity is 0 but acceleration is not 0. So this is a wrong statement. Let's move ahead. Second statement it is said the acceleration at t equal to 0 may be 0. Yes, obviously. A car is at rest. Suppose when we have started to observe. Let me clear you what is t equal to 0. T equal to 0 means the moment we have started observing. There is nothing called 0 time. It is only the moment we have started the observation. So when we have started the observation, we have seen it is at rest. Obviously, here the acceleration is also 0 and that is why the car is at rest. So may is a good word and it is much valid than must, because this sentence is not a certain case. You see, we have proved it wrong, but it may be that the acceleration is 0 as in the case of this. So B will be a correct statement. So answer here B, one answer. Let's see the other two statements. The third statement states that if the acceleration is 0 from t equal to 0 to t equal to 10 seconds, the speed is also 0 in this interval. See, here, given that acceleration is 0, that means, what does this imply? This implies that velocity is constant. When acceleration of any body is 0, velocity will neither increase nor decrease. This will not happen. So velocity is constant. And what is the velocity at t equal to 0? It is 0 because it is given to us. So when acceleration is 0 up to t equal to 10 seconds, then velocity up to t equal to 10 seconds will be constant, and that will be 0 because the initial velocity is 0 and no acceleration is produced. So the third statement is true. C is true. Let us come to the last statement. Last statement states that if the speed is 0 from t equal to 0 to t equal to 10 seconds, the acceleration is 0 in this interval. See. Now, this is just the converse statement of the third statement. Here it is given that speed is 0. If speed is 0, during the interval t equal to 0 to t equal to 10 seconds, what we have? Speed is 0. Means velocity is 0. And initially at t equal to 0 we had velocity 0. And up to t equal to 10 seconds we have velocity equal to 0. Means throughout the time span of t equal to 0 to t equal to 10 seconds, this is t, velocity remained constant. So it is must that acceleration should have been 0 and then only velocity will remain constant. So within the time period t equal to 0 to t equal to 10 seconds, acceleration will be 0. So the fourth statement also comes to be true. So D will be also correct. So answer will be B, C and D. Only A is the wrong statement here, and the other three statements are correct. So let's move ahead. This was a very good question, and you must try this type of questions to make your concepts more clear. Second question is also from HCV. It is HCV. This is first question's answer. Second question is HCV's objective 1, question 4. You can refer to the book. What is said in the question? A person traveling on a straight line moves with uniform velocity v1 for some time t. So a person is traveling in straight line. Suppose this is the person. It moves with v1 velocity for some time t, let's assume, and with uniform velocity v2, suppose up to here it travels with v1 and up to here it is time t, and with uniform velocity v2 for the next interval of equal time. So here also time will be t because time span is equal, it is said. So we have to find out the average velocity, v average. So when it is told that it is uniform velocity, we will use the concept s equal to vt. For constant velocity we use displacement is velocity into time, because a equal to 0 here. And what is the formula for v average? It is total displacement by total time. So this is the point where the person has changed his velocity. So let it be x distance and let it be y, and this is the destination. So what is the total displacement? I mean s is x plus y by total time is t plus t equal to 2t. So putting in the formula, we have, let me write it here. What will be V average? It will be x plus y upon 2t. Now what is x? X equal to V1t, S equal to Vt, and y similarly it will be V2t. Just put the values and you will get the answer. V1t plus V2t divided by 2t. You can take t common, t, V1 plus V2. It will be divided by 2t. This t and t will get cancelled, and final answer will be V1 by V2. V1 plus V2 by 2. This is the V average. I hope you have got the answer. So this is option A, which will be correct. Okay, so I think it's enough for today. If you have liked the questions and want such amazing questions, please subscribe my channel. And any doubt regarding these two questions, you are free to ask in the comment section, or also you can mail me at smarted smarted.2020@gmail.com, or WhatsApp in the number 6000 688 473. Thank you.